No one remembers the village of Okigahara no Sato. Not officially, no signs point to it, no train stops near it. No maps old or new will show its name. But people who grew up nearby swear it existed, and some still dream of it. The first time I heard the village's name, it came from a dying man. His lips were cracked. His breath smelled of iron and rain. And as the ambulance lights washed red and blue across his face, he grabbed my wrist with surprising strength. "Don't look for it," he whispered. Okigahara no Sato doesn't want to be remembered." Then his eyes fixed on something behind me, something I couldn't see, and he screamed. That scream followed me for years. I work as an archival researcher in Tokyo. My job is simple: digitize historical records before they disappear. Old census rolls, village registries, pre-war land documents. Most of it is boring. Until I found a map dated 1936. It showed a small mountain settlement northwest of Fuji, houses, a school, a shrine, and a name scratched into the paper so lightly it looked almost erased: Okigahara no Sato. When I cross-referenced it with government records, the village didn't exist. No evacuation orders, no disaster reports, no resettlement logs. It was as if an entire village had been surgically removed from history. That's when the phone calls started. The first caller didn't speak. They breathed, slow, wet, close to the microphone. The second caller whispered, "You found it, didn't you?" The third left a voicemail consisting of wind chimes and a child counting. I told myself it was coincidence. Then my supervisor pulled me aside. "You need to stop," she said. "Some records are sealed for reasons that aren't written down." When I asked why the village was erased, her face drained of color. "Because," she said quietly, "it didn't stay buried." I drove toward Fuji at dawn. GPS failed 30 minutes in. Radio dissolved into static. My phone displayed the wrong time. Then I saw the road. A narrow, cracked path cutting into the forest like a scar. No sign, no markings. Just a rusted torii gate leaning inward as if bowing. Crossing it felt like stepping underwater. The forest went silent. No birds, no wind, no insects, and ahead of me, houses. The buildings were intact, too intact. Laundry hung stiff on lines, unmoving. Shoes sat neatly by doorways. A bicycle lay tipped over, rusted but untouched by vines. The air smelled of damp wood and incense. I walked into the schoolhouse. Blackboard chalk still read, "Tomorrow's lesson." Silence. That's when I noticed the shadows. They didn't match the light. Every shadow leaned toward me, longer than they should be, sharper at the edges, breathing. When I turned quickly, they snapped back into place. In the shrine at the village center, I found the truth. Carved tablets listed names, each followed by the same inscription: "Volunteered for watching," and below them newer carvings, names scratched in panic, including the man who died in the ambulance. Footsteps echoed behind me, their feet slapping stone. I turned. Children stood at the shrine entrance. Their eyes were too old, their mouths never smiled. "You're early," one said. "We usually forget people longer," they explained in calm, practiced voices. The village had made a bargain. Long ago, something lived beneath the forest, something that wore shadows like skin. To keep it contained, someone had to watch it forever. So the village stayed and watched. When the outside world modernized, the watching weakened. The thing beneath the forest began to stretch. Maps were erased to protect others. Records burned, witnesses discredited. The village was left to rot in place, trapped in an agreement no one else remembered. "You shouldn't have found us," the children said. "Now it knows your name." When the sun dipped behind the trees, the shadows stood up. They detached from walls, from bodies, from the ground. They gathered at the shrine like an audience. The thing beneath the forest rose. It wasn't a creature. It was absence. A hole in reality, shaped like a person. And it was hungry. The villagers emerged, faces hollow, eyes resigned. They offered me a tablet, a blank one. Watching Mead's fresh eyes, they said, "You found us. That means you're already connected." I tried to run. The forest looped. The road vanished. The shadows closed in. I don't remember agreeing. I remember carving my name. I remember the forest exhaling in relief. I remember realizing the truth too late. The village isn't erased. It's still there. And now, I'm part of it. Sometimes late at night, I feel the shadows tug. Stretching, testing, looking for someone new to remember us. If you've listened this far, if the name Aokigahara no Sato feels lodged in your mind, then it may already know you too. And watching needs replacements. If this story followed you longer than you expected, leave a comment, tell me what you think the village really was. And if you don't want to forget the things that aren't supposed to exist, subscribe. Because some stories don't stay buried.